Let's go!
Hello, guys. Welcome back to Not So Pro Football Talk, where we talk about
Woo!
the NFL and football and all things football here.
Let's go!
We just finished the championship round
It
for
was
the playoffs of
awesome.
the NFL. It was awesome. It was great. We got another weekend of great games.
Woo!
Congratulations to the Bengals and the Rams. They're going to be heading to the Super Bowl in Los Angeles. So,
Wee!
applause for them. Congratulations. And who do you think is going to win? And we'll end the video there.
Come on, AJ.
Obviously, it hurts, guys. It hurts a lot. I've been hurting. I was at the gym for about a good 3.5 hours. I wanted to stay longer. I just couldn't because my body just couldn't handle no more. That just says, hello, how about them? How about them who? I see your profile picture, Big Ben. How about Big Ben? He's not there anymore. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be talking. I'm trying not to be toxic here. I'm sorry. Um, There's not
Toxic.
much I could do. I rewatched the game twice today. Um,
Twice.
Twice.
Why
Yeah,
would you do that to yourself?
because you gotta focus. I watch film, okay? When it comes to these
Okay.
games, I watch film, I rewatch games. This one hurt a lot, so I mean I had to rewatch it. I gotta dissect it, see what happened, see where we went wrong, see where the Rams went right and opportunities that we missed. There was a lot of opportunities, but at the end of the day, the Rams played really good ball. Um, you can't dismiss that at all. A very talented team. They knew exactly what they were doing. Their whole future is pretty much now. They got no future as far as draft picks and stuff, but they got an all-star team and they're playing like one. What are y'all's thoughts on this weekend, this past Sunday?
Uh, I will go first. I thought the Bengals played phenomenal. At first, they weren't playing up to their expectations as we had seen in the past few games in the playoffs, but they came out and did it. They came back from, I believe they were down 21-3. Is that? Am I talking about the right game?
They were winning 21-3. Yeah,
They-
Big Ben won two championships. Were you alive for them? All right,
he was.
all right, go on.
But I just thought that the Bengals are really, even though everybody has been underrating them, they are the powerhouses right now. Uh, Nobody expected them to come into the playoffs with this amount of heat, with this amount of talent, and with this amount of grit. So right now, I think they are the best team left in the playoffs. Rams are a close second because they are second, and that's it. There's only two. Um, but this weekend's games was really good, down to the wire. But and one fun fact was every quarterback had two touchdowns and one interception. I thought that was pretty cool. So it was really a defensive game, and who was running the ball better, even though the running game was irrelevant all week.
Okay. I think the weekend was great. I had a lot of fun not being in it. We could just enjoy it. The Bengals and Chiefs game was awesome. I'm so glad that Chiefs got dethroned and they're not in the Super Bowl this year. That's a good change of pace. And I'm excited for the future. I mean, in AFC, it's going to be the juggernaut of the Chiefs, the Bills, and the Bengals for the next 5 years, most likely. It's going to be really awesome to watch those quarterbacks duel it out over the next few years. And then on the NFC side, really good game. I really enjoyed it. The Niners had the lead. They blew it, unfortunately. Been there. So that leads up to my first question for you, AJ. The Packers have blown a lot of leads. And every time, there's always like that one play that just runs through my mind. Just I can't get it out of my head. Forget like against the Seahawks, it's that onside kick where he just bounces off his head, and that's just game.
Thank you, Bostic.
Yeah. AJ, how much is that Tart almost an interception running through your head?
Well, Tart did not play a good game throughout the whole game, but it runs through my head and watching the game again today and going through NFL Network and all ESPN. That's one of the main things that they're talking about is Jaquiski Tart dropping that pass that was thrown to him by Matt Stafford. And yeah, that could have been a game changer. It could have been, and it could have turned the tide during that fourth quarter. But you know what? You can't say that's the reason why we lost, or that's the
Oh,
reason why the Rams won. I mean, you got to put into action the whole game. And yes, it does haunt me because it was right to him, and he should have caught on that ball. That's what he's getting paid to do. He's a professional athlete, professional in that position. And if a ball's getting thrown to you like that, I mean, no one hit him, no one touched him. He didn't have to, reach for the ball, hit him right in the numbers. There's literally no excuse, and you're supposed to be playing a high caliber level, especially in a big game as far as the NFC Championship. You're supposed to catch that. So yeah, that hurt a lot. Especially you guys saw me there live. I was pretty much speechless. Couldn't believe what I just saw. But yeah, definitely hurt.
okay.
Well, AJ, getting off the Niners and you're hurt. What did you think of the Bengals in their win against the Chiefs?
When I thought about the Bengals, I did not see that the Bengals were the better team. I saw that the Bengals were the team that wanted it more. They wanted it more than the Kansas City Chiefs did. They had more heart. They had more to play for. You could tell Joe Burrow it brings a different setting to Cincinnati and gives fans like, hey, you know what? Forget what the rules are in life. Forget that Jamar Chase is a rookie. Forget that I came off of injury my rookie year and this is my first full year back. Forget what the normal is. I'm going to rewrite history here. And for you fans out there, anything is possible. The Cincinnati Bengals, when some of us have been high on all year, they wanted it more than Kansas City Chiefs, and it showed. They came back from a 21-3 deficit, and they blew them out of the water. I mean, they just came and dominated the second half of the game. Really, when you talk about second half adjustments, that's it right there. That's what they did. And I really hope they could repeat it again the Super Bowl, because I am going to disagree with you, Vince. I don't think they're the better team. I think Rams are a better team skillfully. But when it comes right here to the corazón and the heart, I got the Cincinnati Bengals. They won it, and they got more to win for. I'm not gonna say more to lose. They got more to win for than the Rams do. More Rams have more to lose, but this is Cincinnati's game here. This is their game to win. So we got a lot of fans here, like Nick De La Rosa, say he has the Bengals winning 28-25. I think it's gonna be a close game. And honestly, it's going to come down to just like the Kansas City Chiefs game and the Bengals game. Who wants it more? And trust me, there's a lot of guys on both teams who want it more. But what team as a whole wants it more?
Yeah, I mean, sorry to cut you off, Reed. I just want to get this before we forget. The reason why I said the Bengals are the better team right now is because I've seen them in every single postseason game come back and take that lead and win it at the last second. That's why I think they are the most, not so much talented, but they are the number one team right now that's left going into the Super Bowl. I think they are the best right now. I think they have everything that it takes, just like you said, everything from the corazon, everything from grit. These guys are hungry, man. They're hungry, hungry, hungry. But so is Matthew Stafford. But I just think that the Bengals, like you said, have more to win. I think they are the better team right now going in, just because of what they've gone through on that AFC side, playing the last three games against some of the top teams in the NFL.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move off from the Super Bowl. Let's focus on these last few games. If you guys want to focus on the Super Bowl, we're going to be throwing out another video later this week where we talk more in depth on the matchup between the Bengals and Rams. But going off of what AJ said, the Bengals totally turned it on in that second half, but the Chiefs totally turned it off. I was looking at a stat today. Patrick Mahomes' QBR in the first half was a 149, and in the second half, he had a straight 0 QBR. What do you guys think of that? What happened? What led to that?
Well, that's that. I mean, The Chiefs, they got comfortable. They got comfortable. They were up 21-3, and honestly, they could have been up more too. So they thought coming into the second half, they're going to do the same thing. They're just going to dominate the game. They got more skilled players, and honestly, Cincinnati couldn't keep up with their defensive front. They got to Burrow every single play. But you know what? Cincinnati's used to that. Joe Burrow is used to that. He's used to a loud crowd there too, playing out there in college and LSU. I mean, they came out saying, "Hey, the score is 0-0." I'm talking about the Bengals. The score is 0-0. Let's get out there and let's make it our game. It's not over for us yet. And the Chiefs did not. They thought the game was over. So they did not play like it was a championship game. They played like it was just a normal game, no consequences, and it came back and bit them in the butt.
Yeah, I agree with AJ. The Bengals were down 21-3 going into half. I believe they had just scored right before halftime. It was 21-10 going into halftime. What's up, Sam?
What's up, Sam?
Glad to see you here, man. Uh, but yeah, going into halftime it was 21-10. But what I think that really, really, really sparked the Bengals to come out and play their hardest was that defensive stop right before halftime after they scored. Kansas City was going to be able to go up 28-10 going into halftime and take what is that, 18-point lead. It's 3 possessions. But they stopped them. And I think that really sparked them going into halftime. I think the coach pinpointed that right before going back out to play the third and fourth quarter. And I think that going on defense, kicking the ball to Kansas City in the third quarter, they really fed on that. And, I mean, they were inspired, man. They were like, we've done it twice. Let's do it again. Let's come back. Let's win this game. Let's go to the freaking Super Bowl. And I don't know. I just think they're hungry. They got the talent. They got the young bucks, just like AJ said. They're used to the environment of pressure and loudness, and they're just doing it, man. I don't know how they're doing it, but they're doing it.
And I want to go back to, sorry, Reed, if you're going to say
You're
something,
fine. You're
but I
fine.
want to go back to when they stopped them right before the half. I believe there's 5 seconds left, right? There's 5 seconds left, and they try to get a quick play out. A lot of people are saying that was a horrible play call. It really isn't, guys. It's not on the coach. That's 100% on Mahomes. Like I said, they got comfortable. They said all game long they could not stop Tyreek Hill. So what did he do? He hiked the ball, saw Tyreek Hill with a little bit of space. He's like, forget the points. I'm going to toss it back here, and Hill's going to get in. What a quarterback should have done there, I'm not saying Mahomes is a bad quarterback, but you got to make better decisions here, smarter decisions, because in a game like this, every point counts. What you got to do, see no one open, you throw the ball away. You just got to throw it away, get some seconds on the clock, take the points, take the field goal, get into the halftime, get the ball back after the half. I mean, that was a horrible decision by Patrick Mahomes. I feel like he will learn for that, hopefully. But I felt like he was greatly influenced by his teammates because, like I said, they were all just on cloud 9 saying, hey, we got this game in the bag. It's 21-3. We get the ball back second half. Let's ice it right now. So, yeah. You got anything to say, Reed?
No, it was just really mind blowing how much the Chiefs just could not come together in that second half, especially with all the offensive powerhouses they have. I really just couldn't believe it. Happy for the Bengals though; they're going to be a great team in the future.
Oh, yeah. They're just getting started. Just getting started. Really rooting for them going forward. But yeah, great game for the Bengals and a lot of Chiefs fans. I'm pretty sure you guys are real frustrated out there. I don't know how many real fans are out there, but frustrations amongst all of us.
No.
Let's go to the NFC side if you guys are ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, thank you so much, Sam, for being here. So used to you watching or not watching, listening to our podcast the more traditional way. Glad you could make it out here live while we're live in action. Sorry, I'm not too pumped today for obvious reasons. But let's get to those obvious reasons. We got the NFC Championship. We got division. I'm not going to say rivals because it's mainly been one-sided, but after yesterday, they should become rivals now. You got the Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. It came down to the wire just like every other game, and the Rams got the better of the Niners. They did. They played better. They were a better team, and they executed better. They just played better. That's all down to it. But yeah, thoughts on that game, guys?
First off, thanks, Sam. First off, what an acquisition Odell Beckham was. I mean, come on. Mom's here. Hey, Mom.
Hey Patty, appreciate you being here. Usually these guys give me a lot of trouble whenever my parents come on board. So uh there you go, Reed.
Yeah, the acquisition of Odell Beckham for the Rams has been huge for them. I mean, would they be here without him? I don't think so. So that was the biggest thing for them. And then Cooper Cup, I mean, you can't stop that guy. I don't remember his final stats because I don't think I looked at him, but he absolutely dominated that game. He couldn't be stopped. Um, I'm sad for the Niners a little bit. Wish they could have done it just because I don't like the Rams as a team too much, but it was a really good game.
Yeah, Cooper Cup was definitely Copper Coop. If me and Reed have a little joke there, but we won't get to that. But yeah, Cooper Cup, I believe his stats were 11 catches, 147 yards, if I'm not mistaken. It was just around there. I don't know if he had a touchdown or two, or if he didn't have any, honestly. But anyways, getting to just how the Rams played. Uh, Again, Cooper Cup was doing it all. The run game really wasn't there for any team in the playoffs this week, which is really a big downside for the Niners and why they couldn't really get their offense going too much. But the Rams, they didn't play exemplary defense. They tried to get some sacks in there, just like how they historically are. But I don't think they got any sacks. AJ, did they?
No sacks.
So kudos to the 49ers line. They got some strong guys there to hold off Donald, to hold off some of the other guys that are key there in getting those sacks and pressures. Um, but what I think was the big thing was what Reed was saying. OBJ, great acquisition. The guy was open when Cooper Cup wasn't. And I want to give special props to a position that is usually forgot about except for the stars, tight end. I believe his last name was Blanton for the Rams. He came out when Higbee got hurt, and he made some spectacular catches in clutch areas. And I believe he only ended up with 4 or 5 catches, but those 4 or 5 catches were in critical moments where it was third down or they needed something to spark the offense. So kudos to that guy as well. But yeah, I feel sorry for the Niners. I really didn't care who won this game because either way, someone from the NFC West is going to the Super Bowl, and I don't like that because it's not the Seahawks. But in this predicament, I mean, AJ knows I don't like the 49ers. I don't like the Rams either, but we've had more success against the Niners, so I have that momentum to go for the other team because it's just like that. I don't know. I don't know why it's like that, but I just think that the Rams played a good game. Defense wasn't that exemplary. As you guys were talking when we were watching the game, who's Ramsey, man? Who's Jalen Ramsey? That guy hasn't done anything this whole playoffs, in my opinion. He hasn't stamped his name as a 5-star athlete out there. I don't think he's doing enough. I don't think Donald is doing enough. I believe it's everybody else, the linebacker core, the safeties. I believe that Weddle was a good acquisition for them. He did make some key tackles, but he's just a little bit slow in some areas. But yeah, I think it was the offense that won. Matthew Stafford, he's the MVP if they win the Super Bowl. He was definitely the reason why they won against the Niners. And pretty much that's all I got to say. It was just a good game overall, down to the wire, just like it should be.
Yeah, one thing that shocked me the most is that the um, the Rams totally switched up their offensive play style. Normally, they like to go with the big flashy plays, like to get a Cooper Cup way down the field. Odell's just been getting better and better game by game. But this time, they knew going up against the Niners, especially them playing against the Niners 2 times out of the season. They know already that we get to Matt Stafford fast. We get to him real quick. So each time Matt Stafford hiked the ball, I mean, 80% of the time he released the ball, within 3 seconds. It was quick releases, and right down the middle, just like the Niners are playing. And unlike the Niners, the Rams actually got a rush game going on for them. So it really hurt us defensively. It got us tired. They were too fast even before. I mean, Nick Bosa, DJ Jones, they all had a part of it. They got to him, eventually, but they were just playing a different type of offense, something that we're not used to seeing. And I gotta applaud McVay. I gotta applaud Stafford for adjusting that way towards this team. Now, going forward, I don't know if they're going to continue to play like that or if they're going to go old school Rams, but it's all about matchups. They got the best of us. It hurts. Niners missed a lot of key plays. They lost a lot of opportunities that were there. All positions did not play up to the fullest potential. Of course, I'm talking about Jimmy G, Debo Samuel, our O line, defensively, Jaquiski Tart, Ambry Thomas. Even though I know he's a rookie, but he's come a long way, and we rely on him. I feel like we missed a lot, and we did not play anywhere close to how we played this season or towards the end of the season, and it really showed out there. It was hard to watch sometimes.
All right, let's talk about the Niners' future. As we all know, we don't know exactly what the Niners are going to do yet. A lot of people are saying they're going to move on from Jimmy G, trade him to another team. AJ, Vince, what are your thoughts on whether he gets traded or not? If he does get traded, where does he go? And then lastly, the next person up would be Trey Lance for the Niners. What type of team are they going to be with him? How good are they going to be? And is he ready yet for that starting position? A loaded question.
Let's see. Yeah. I guess I'll go first because I know AJ knows a little bit more, so I'll let him finish it off and hit it with the shebang on what he thinks is going to happen for his team. But I think that I would say their best bet is to trade him, get as much picks as they can. I believe Trey Lance has developed enough behind him. He played a little bit in a few games this season. He's seen what it takes to win against great teams like the Packers and the Cowboys behind Jimmy G. I believe he's got that experience. He's seen what he needs to see. I think they need to get him out there, but I think it's going to change the offense entirely. He's a totally different quarterback. AJ and me, when we talk about him, he says he resembles Russell Wilson, and he's excited because he's hated Russell Wilson and the way he plays against everybody, especially the Niners. But I think it's going to be a great weapon for them. I personally am scared to play against that kid once he gets his rhythm going because he is definitely a talented guy. But I think that Jimmy G gets traded to the Broncos if Rodgers doesn't go there. I think the Broncos are ready for a new quarterback, and I think they have the capital to do it. They have the cap. They have everything they need to sign a quarterback that's leaving or is planning to leave or get traded away from their team right now. So I believe I answered almost everything on that question, Reed. It was quite a long one, but I'll give it to AJ so he could elaborate more.
Awesome, appreciate it. For me, it makes too much sense to trade Jimmy G. So I don't see the Niners holding on to him. There is a chance that they do, but I mean, I'm not saying because of how he played this season. He did play really bad this season, but that's him. He got us 2 wins, and I guess that's what matters at the end of the day. But how would the Niners look without him? By trading Jimmy G, we saved 27 million on our cap hit, and that's something that we could use towards our weakest point, our corners. We could use that towards our defensive backs and our O line, because getting rid of Jimmy G, trading him, I don't want to say get rid of him because that sounds ugly. I appreciate everything he's done for us. Trading Jimmy G and having Trey Lance step up, one, we don't know what we're going to get from Trey Lance. Okay, that's the one thing. We haven't seen enough. For what I have seen, I love it. I like the way he plays. He has a lot of heart. He could get out of any situation. He's awesome. He's fun to watch. But two, getting money for our offensive line, because when he did play, we had about 8 offensive holding calls because of how long Trey Lance could stay back there. He could get out of any situation and he could make time to get the ball down the field. Now, our lineman is not used to that. Our lineman is used to Jimmy G getting rid of the ball within 2 seconds. So that could help us out. And by getting reinforcements as far as secondary O line. Uh, Trey Lance, I feel like he has a lot of potential. Shanahan even said it himself that early on in the year when Jimmy G got hurt, he said that he's struggling because he has a whole other playbook that's designed for Trey Lance, and he hasn't even been able to open it or study it because he's focused on winning a championship this year with Jimmy G. So I'm really excited to see what Shanahan has to offer with a quarterback that he gets to develop for the second, not the second time in his career. I want to say it's the second time because he had a great success with RG3 back in the Redskins. And Trey Lance, you guys got to remember, he got drafted when he was 20 years old. Right now, he's 21. Next season, he's going to be 22. He's a 22-year-old quarterback. There is a lot of growth there. I'm extremely excited. The Niners have a lot going for them. We do got to sign a lot of key players. We're going to lose a lot of vets, but I think that's just part of the game. There's a second part to that question. Oh, about Jimmy G, where I think he's going to land. So Jimmy G, I think the Niners are going to trade him to the AFC just because of Shanahan and the GM John Lynch, how their play style is. They're real competitive. You know, everyone's a threat. So he's at least not as much of a threat in the AFC. I think he's going to get traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Honestly, I think Steelers could use him. They lost Big Ben, and I don't like their backups. Their backups, I don't think they could carry a team to the playoffs. Jimmy G has proven within 3.5 years that he could make the playoffs 2 times out of those 3.5 years and make the Super Bowl once and a championship once. So, I mean, who wouldn't want Jimmy G in an organization that doesn't have a leading quarterback or maybe a new head coach? So this list is going to change. I have the Steelers #1, Broncos #2 if they do not get Aaron Rodgers, like Vince said, and I actually have the New Orleans Saints in the NFC as #3. I mean, they're on self-destruct mode right now. They're way below the cap, and Jimmy G is not too expensive. He's over the average, but he's actually a bargain for. And they're just rebuilding right now. I think Jimmy G is a good placement. Or like Reed said earlier, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers could be a good fit for him too after losing Tom Brady. But only time will tell. And we're going to be adjusting this line as the offseason goes because this offseason is going to be nuts. Jimmy G, I mean, if he does go, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be making a statement at that time, but I'm thankful for everything he has done. He's taken us to the playoffs twice, Super Bowl appearance, NFC Championship. Extremely grateful. Even though everyone counted us out in the beginning of the year when we started 3-5, it's in the name, started faithful, or stayed faithful, and we ended up here. I don't think anyone would have thought of the Niners being in the NFC Championship this year.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I want to answer the question really quickly. Yes, I think they're going to trade him. As AJ said, I kind of think they're going to the Bucks if Tom Brady does retire. I mean, he had that little. We don't know. Everyone retired him, but he didn't retire, so it was a little weird on. I think it was Saturday. But I think they could be. The Bucks are going to be looking for a new quarterback this year. Jimmy G might fit into what they have going on there. Pocket passer, he fits the role. And then as far as Trey Lance, I did hear. I don't know if you guys knew who P. Shregs is. He was talking on the Pat McAfee show. He has a lot of inside sources in the Niners with John Lynch, Shanahan, all those people. And as far as right now, he has not heard a single thing on what they're going to do on Jimmy G with Jimmy G. So I'm not even sure if they have made a decision yet what they're going to do. And as far as Trey Lance, he did make one comment. When Patrick Mahomes was behind Alex Smith and Alex Smith was taken to the playoffs, all the teammates, the coaches were like very happy with Alex Smith, obviously, but they're like, man, Patrick Mahomes, he's something. And that's something that we haven't really heard from the Niners yet. They haven't been like talking big about Trey Lance. Now, is that them just throwing all their support behind Jimmy G? Or maybe Trey Lance hasn't been that impressive in practice. But this is all speculation. We have no idea what Trey Lance is going to be. He might be one of the next best quarterbacks, might be the next generation, or he will be of a name we won't remember in 2 to 3 years. I'm excited to see what happens.
Right. And to go off by that, this is a whole different organization, whole different club. The Niners are not one to be like, hey, we're doing this in the future. We're doing no, they're going to wait to the last possible second to release any information of anything that's going on to the organization. And yes, a huge part of it is backing up Jimmy G throughout the season. I mean, look at the players, look at everyone. As horrible as he did most of the year, they said, hey, Jimmy G is our quarterback. We back him no matter what. And as far as Trey Lance, I think he did great in the preseason. And he went to a private camp with Jerry Rice that Jerry Rice invited him to. And he stated that the Niners have a lot to look forward to, that this guy's a special talent. Now, if Jerry Rice is saying that, I have nothing to do except trust into that because Jerry Rice is a legend. But yeah, I think we do have a lot to look forward to. If Jimmy G could have a season like this, I'm pretty sure Shanahan could whip up a playbook that can make us successful. How successful? I don't know. I think our prime year is going to be 2 years from now. I think that's when our team will be 100% championship Super Bowl ready. Israel says, "What did I tell you?" I'm stopping myself from being toxic right now.
No, do it. Do it.
No, I'm not gonna do it. Israel, appreciate you being here, man. Thanks for always supporting the podcast. Thank you. But yeah, man. Honestly, like we said earlier, the Rams they were the better team. It showed on the field. They played very well. Good job for them going to the Super Bowl. Bengals they play with more heart, kind of like how we talked about last podcast, and they made it to the Super Bowl. So a lot to look forward to. A lot of news is happening, guys. A lot of new head coaches. I honestly cannot wait for this offseason to happen. But we got one more game until football is down for a while. What's going on, Reed?
Oh, just one more. Yeah, one more game.
Oh yeah, one more game until football's it. Football's over. But don't worry, guys. You guys know we got your back. We're gonna give you guys your weekly fix. And we're gonna try to get more episodes out during the week. Look out for later on this week. We don't know exactly what we're going to talk about yet because we got 2 weeks until the Super Bowl. I'm not sure if we're going to talk about Pro Bowls because really no one likes Pro Bowls. But like I said, guys, there's so much going on in the NFL right now. Just a little teaser: Jim Harbaugh interview with two teams already. Ooh, yeah, one being the Minnesota Vikings, the other one being the Miami Dolphins.
Come
This
back.
is fun. Well, Reed does not look happy about that. But yeah, guys, you guys have anything to say before we wrap up?
Yeah, man, just stay tuned with us. Even though football is coming to an end, we're not. We bring the hype every week. We're gonna keep doing that even after the Super Bowl. Don't forget when we started, we had the hottest takes to talk about, and we're gonna have that again this offseason. So stay
It's gonna be
tuned.
even better. We're experienced now. Yeah. Oh, by the way, yeah, after the Super Bowl, you guys, we will be announcing the winner of our playoff bracket. Okay, it's still on there. We're keeping track. It's coming down close, guys. It's coming down to the wire. Let's see who wins the Super Bowl. I know for sure no one has had the Bengals going there, but these points do matter. That's why we did a point system because it's anyone's game. So good luck to y'all who participated, and we will be announcing that. You guys gonna love the prize. It is freaking awesome. But yeah, thank you all for participating. Thank you all who are subscribed. Appreciate you guys. We got some more events coming out pretty soon. So stay tuned. But until then, you guys keep on grinding. We'll see y'all later.